I've always been a bit of a homebody. I like to stay in my apartment, watch movies, and read books. I don't really need much else. But one day, everything changed. I was sitting in my living room reading a book when I heard a noise outside my window. I looked up and I saw my next-door neighbor, Mr. Smith, standing there. He was tall and thin with long, dark hair. He was wearing a black cloak, and he had a hood pulled up over his head. I couldn't see his face, but I could feel his eyes on me. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. I didn't know what to do. Mr. Smith just stood there, staring at me for a few moments. Then he turned and walked away. I watched him go, my mind racing. Who was he? What did he want? I didn't know the answer to either question, but I knew that I was scared. I didn't see Mr. Smith again for a few days. But then, one night, I was awakened by a noise outside my window. I looked up, and I saw Mr. Smith again. He was standing there, just like before. This time, he didn't turn and walk away. He just stood there, staring at me. I was so scared that I couldn't move. I just lay there, frozen, as he stared at me. After a few minutes, Mr. Smith turned and walked away. I didn't sleep well that night. I kept thinking about Mr. Smith and what he wanted. The next day, I decided to go to the police. I told them about Mr. Smith, and they said that they would look into it. But the police never found anything. Mr. Smith was never seen again. I still don't know who he was or what he wanted, but I know that I'm not the same person I was before I saw him. I'm still scared, and I'm always looking over my shoulder. I don't know if he's ever going to come back, but I'm not going to take any chances. I've moved to a new apartment, and I've changed my locks. I'm not going to let that man scare me anymore. But I know that he's out there somewhere, and I know that he's watching me. I just hope that I never see him again.